How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Great. And how was service?
It was good. It was good.
Can I have a chit chat with you?
Yes, you can.
Let me introduce you to my audience. Hi, champion. I am the Redefined BA. And I'm here with my daddy.
Oluwaseyi Akinshola.
Let's chit chat.
Yes.
The question is, what is one thing God taught you this week?
One thing God taught me this week is that He's still with me, that He hasn't forgotten me. That is He's still with me anyway. Yeah. Just that's one thing.
Why did you say so?
Because I had a conversation with someone yesterday. I went for an event yesterday and I had a conversation with someone. So, in that conversation, it made me realize that, I'm still, God hasn't forgotten me and God is still interested in me because the person reaffirmed some of the things that God has said to me.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me. I'll move to the next question.
No problem.
You wrote a book called Process the Pathway to Greatness.
Yeah.
What does process mean in your walk with God?
All right. Thank you, Benedict, for that question. So, what process means with God is that just like the story of Joseph, that's what I'm going to use, is that God is taking you somewhere. He will show you where He's taking you to, but He wouldn't show you the journey. Because Joseph had a dream, and God told Joseph that, he saw his brothers bowing down to him, which the brothers didn't want to happen. But God didn't tell Joseph that he was going to go through all that he went through. So that's his process. Process is the making of the star that you are. God has a plan for us. The Bible says that I know the plans I have for you, the plans of good and not of evil, to give you a future and an expected end. So God has a plan for each and every one of us, but He needs to prepare us for what He has for us. So that's.
Wow, that's an amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome, Benedict.
I'll move on to the next question. How have you ever had to wait on God for something big?
Thank you. Yes, I have had to wait on God.
Do you
And
mind sharing?
yes, why not? And I think it's interesting. It's about, um, your birth, because there were quite a few things that happened before then. When I and your when your mom was pregnant of you, when you came was not when we expected you were going to come, because we thought, okay, the date we were given is when, and because you are, we didn't have this experience before, so we just thought, okay, when we were told the due date was when it was going to happen. But all of a sudden, after the Sunday service, I and your mom, we got home and she wasn't feeling too well. So we're told we needed to go to the hospital, and because I didn't have any idea, you are the first, so you didn't have any idea of it. So I was trusting God that everything was going to go well, that you were going to come out safely, because it took like over 48 hours. So your mom had to, she had to go through a lot, and I was with her all through that. So I was trusting God, so that everything was going to be fine and you were going to come out safely. You're going to come out fine, and to the glory of God, that was what happened. Because from Sunday morning, we were in the hospital till Wednesday evening that you were born. So it was such a long time, and I was trusting God that everything was going to go well, which it did. And I was grateful and happy to God for that.
Wow, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you for those amazing answers. I'll
You're
move
welcome,
on to the
Benedict.
third one.
No problem.
Fourth. What does being a Christian mean to you in one sentence?
Change agent.
What does that mean?
Okay. Thank you very much, Benedict. So why I said a change agent is because The Bible said we are the light of the world. So wherever we go, we shine as light. So wherever we go, we cause change to happen because we are reflecting Christ. So as a Christian, we are Christ-like. And wherever we go, people need to know that we associate with Christ. So we bring forth change because we are showing forth Christ wherever we find ourselves. So that's why I said, it's a change agent.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that with me.
You're welcome.
I'll move on to the what is your favorite Bible story and why?
All right. Thank you, Benedict, for that. Can you guess? Can you guess? Eh? No, that's not. My favorite Bible story is
Isaiah,
no,
Jeremiah,
no,
Ezekiel,
no.
Daniel.
Bible story? No. Is the parable of the talent.
Oh,
Yes.
about which talent?
The parable of the talents, when God when Jesus spoke about a master, was about to go on a journey, and he called three servants. So, and he gave them talents. He gave one 5, he gave another 2, and he gave the last one 1. So, and they went to trade with the talents he gave them. And so at some point, the master was away, so each of them, but the last one hid his talent. So he dug the ground and put his talents there. So when the master returned, the other two, they had, reward. They had, they had worked with their talents, and they had more. They had multiplied their talents. So the one they gave 5 worked and got 5 more. The one they gave 2 worked and, he got 2 more. But the one he gave 1 could not get anything because he buried his talent. So that has been the most interesting, my favorite story of the Bible, because there's so many things, so many lessons to learn from that.
Yeah, you mean like so many lessons to understand.
Yeah, so many lessons that one can learn from that, so many life lessons that comes from that. One of which is that as believers, or as children of God, every one of us have a gift from God. Do you understand? So every child has a gift from God. And when we engage, and God expects us to engage the gift He has given to us to be a blessing to humanity. Just like you're using your YouTube, your channel to be a blessing to the world. So God expects everyone to be a blessing.
Thank you for your amazing time. It was interesting chatting with you.
Thank you, Benedict.
And now say, stay bold, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. And now let's look at the camera and say that I count from 1, 2, 3.
Let's go. Stay bold, stay blessed, stay redefined.
Thank you for chatting with you, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Benedict. God bless you.
Welcome.